It's Terrific Thursday once again. Hello, everybody. We're in the month of February, the month of LOVE, love. And love starts with YOU. Gotta love yourself first. When you love yourself first, everybody in your surroundings benefits. No criticism, no fault finding, none of that stuff. But we're going to delve into some great things today and open up a few more doors. And just remember, this is all about YOU and expanding our consciousness and knowledge. Um, and I've got lots of goodies in the bookcases, so I just keep pulling them out. And today I found divine magic, and it's pretty intense, which I'm not going to get into the whole thing. But I'm going to have Tiffany pull up our equalizer picture so I can describe what we're going to work with eventually down the road with divine magic. Now, I'm old. I'm in my 70s, but back in the 70s and the 80s, we had three-piece stereos. We had I don't know, the console, and then we had this kind of apparatus, which was I call it an equalizer. My husband calls it something else or whatever. But you could adjust the sound, the speakers, the treble, the bass, the acoustics of the room, the whole Megillah. So when I was studying divine magic many years ago, each one of these buttons you can assign working on spiritually. This is wild, but it works too. So let's say that I was having um, some I was worried about certain bills or something. I would label that first button, um, whatever the bill was, electric or whatever, and I would push that button up and saying that God is working on it so that it easily and profitably will work. Just I will have the money immediately. It's amazing. Or let's say I was having a disagreement with my daughter or my husband, or I was having another button here, a situation with work. Uh, Maybe the other button might be a neighbor, might be a health condition, whatever. And it's like you start it down and you push it up, and it's like you raise the vibration. Everything has a frequency and vibration, and they never taught us that in school, which is some of the things that I talked to you about there in the very first show. That they don't teach you how to love yourself. First of all, put yourself first in school, or that guilt is a useless emotion, or that it's not right to criticize yourself and label yourself. Nobody taught you that in pre-K, kindergarten, elementary school. But society certainly threw its monkey works in here. But this I have used many times, and it's all about frequency, and it's all about changing the vibration where you can get your head out of the drama or the conflict or the frustration. And it works beautifully. So we'll be revisiting this periodically. But I wanted to kind of introduce you to that because you can institute this like of what your problems and your worries are. Let's label the button and push it up because that's your God frequency. Just giving it to God and the angels. It's amazing on how it works. So I'll be interested. You can always email me if you have questions, or if you want to work more succinctly on that. Absolutely, just email me. Okay. Um, so that's we'll talk about divine magic. It's all about the sacred secrets of manifestation, and we want to manifest. We want to manifest our higher self. We want to manifest our self worth. We want to manifest our prosperity, right? So it's all in between here. Remember what I was talking about, that if you become proficient, and it took me a long time, of how that inside voice is navigating your ship, because this is your ship, okay? So it's going to be the first number Tiffany, that I sent you from the Heart Thoughts book, because we're sticking with Heart Thoughts and we're going to be with Heart Thoughts for a long time. Um, this is going into our month of February of proclaiming love. Okay. And I love this kind of message. This is from the Daily Word. And I don't know if you all are familiar with this, but um, I was never, I was raised Catholic, so I didn't really know anything about the Bible. And then when I started studying Shin, she would put some references to uh, quotes from Scripture. Okay. So then I signed up and I got the Daily Word, and I love it because it's got a message for the month. It's got a message for every single day, and it just kind of fits with my life. And I go, oh my God, how this fits every day. But I love this one because this is for February. So much love I carry deep, boundless vast and will not sleep. Like an angel that I know, where the heart I softly glow. My soul now shines a brighter light, my aura glows with spirit might. The shadows fade, they cannot stay. My heart and love will guide the way. I live my joy in every day, in every way. My heart is shaped from heaven's clay. To walk in peace at soul's pure pace, and shine with calm, with endless grace. For I proclaim love's holy name, with breath like birds, both soft and sane. I take in all that's kind and right, and let love lead my inner light. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I just feel that warmth and glow of my connection with spirit. It's beautiful. So the next one, Tiffany, I declare richness. Do you have that one? I declare richness. That's it. Okay. I'm going to see if you guys can read from there, but I'm going to use the book because I got my cheaters on here. I affirm the following. I now choose to move away from the limiting beliefs that have been denying me the benefits I so desire. I declare that every negative thought pattern in my consciousness is now being cleared out, erased, and let go. My consciousness is now being filled with cheerful, positive, loving relationships. I now release all negative patterns that have contributed to the fear of loss, fear of dark, fear of being harmed, or fear of poverty. I also release those that have brought me pain, loneliness, self abuse, undeservingness, burdens of losses of any sort, and any other nonsense that may be lingering in some dark corner of my consciousness. I am now free to allow the good to manifest in my life, and I declare for myself the richness and fullness of life in all its profuse abundance and love, lavishly flowing prosperity, abounding health, vital and vibrant creativity, ever new, fresh, and peace all surrounding. All this I deserve. Yes, we deserve it. And now willing to accept and have on a permanent basis. I am co creator with the one infinite allness of life, and the totality of possibility lies before me. And I'll finish with what is all over my house. With God, all things are possible. So as we're learning each week, and what I love about Heart Thoughts is because it spoke to me, and I used it with my clients, and they absolutely loved it because it speaks to everybody on their own level, whatever level that they're at, whether it's beginning or whether you're seasoned. The message is always powerful, and we all need that. All right, Tiffany, number 2, I have it here. Yeah, I think everybody needs to own this one. And remember, love has to start with you, and nobody taught you that that was okay. All right. So, my love is limitless. We have so much love in this world, so much love in our hearts. But sometimes we forget. Sometimes we think there isn't enough, or there is just a small amount. So we hoard what we have, or we are afraid to let it go. We are afraid to let it out. But those of us who are willing to learn realize that the more love we allow to flow out from us, the more it is within us. And the more we receive, it is endless and timeless. Love is really the most powerful healing force there is. Without love, we cannot survive at all, and that's a fact. If tiny babies were not given love and affection, they wither and they die. And that's been proven in many studies. Most of us think we can survive without love, but we cannot. Love, uh, love for ourselves is the power that heals us. So we need to be loving as we can and every day. And you know what this reminds me of too? I know that we go through life and somehow it's either a relationship or a person, place, or thing that has given us a zinger or hurt us. Uh, we can turn that around and say, well, okay, what did I learn from that experience? It's hard when you're wounded, okay? But as you heal, you must say to yourself, okay, what did I learn from this experience? So the next time, you see, the next time I'm more aware, or the next time I'll do a better non-negotiable list, which we will get into non-negotiable lists in the future, which I'm a big believer in that. Okie doke. Number three, Tiffany. Now, this is something that I think, and that's why I urge everybody to kind of do notebooks or go back and listen to the show again and make your notes, because I will never remember some of the things that I say because it's really a download unless I'm presenting something that I found in a book that I want to share with you so that you can use it and take the ball and run with it. At least 3 times a day, stand with your arms open wide and say, I'm willing to let love in, and it's safe for me to let love in. And it starts with you. That's the big thing here. It has to start with you. All right, Tiffany, number 4. I am worth loving. I when I was going through Heart Thoughts, and I even reflected on my childhood, which was really difficult because I had a mom that didn't like girls. So, uh, being in an Italian background, was my brothers. They were like the mini gods. Um, and I was gave a new word to the word Cinderella before Cinderella was popular. So when I was reading this, I'm worth loving is that because I felt like constantly that I didn't measure up right, I didn't count, or I was overlooked. But this was powerful for me when I was doing my healing journey many years ago. And I always swore that once I learned something, as I did with my teacher back in 1978, the principles of the game of life and how to play it, if I applied it, which she said, if you apply it, it works, you'll get miracles. And I did. But I also told her that if it works, I'll teach it. And I have for many, many years. So I am a shin baby. So I'm worth loving. You don't have to earn love anymore. Then you have to earn the right to breathe. Is that powerful or what? You have the right to breathe because you exist. You have a right to be loved because you exist. That's all you need to know. Yep, that's all you need to know. You are worthy of your own love. Don't allow society's negative opinions, and God knows all you have to do is get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff. I have never seen such miserable, negative people in my life that criticize these other human beings. It just amazes me. Don't allow society's negative opinions or your parents or friends make you think that you're not good enough. Bingo. The reality of your being is that you are lovable. Accept this and know it. Know this. When you really do, you will find that people treat you as a lovable person. It has to start with you, and we need to love ourselves, forgive ourselves. We're not perfect. We're a work in progress. But that's the great thing about learning all these wonderful things that are presented to us or that find us. Um, and I'm willing to share everything I've got, my notes, my books, um, because I want to give back to the wonderful teachers that I've had along the way. And I applied the principles, so I healed myself from the inside out, and that's the truth. Okay, so now we have number 5. Okay, so if it's going to happen, if anything's going to happen good, it's something that has to start with you. So it says, I help create a world where we are safe to love each other. And it's true. We can help create a world where it is safe for us to love each other. Even if they have a different opinion than you, doesn't matter. Where we can be loved and accepted exactly as we are. It is something we all want when we were children, to be loved and accepted exactly as we were. Not when we got taller or brighter or prettier or more like our cousin or sister or neighbor across the way, but to be loved and accepted exactly as we are. We grow up and want the same, to be loved and accepted exactly as we are, right here, right now, but we are not going to get it from other people unless we give it to ourselves first. Bingo, bingo, folks. What has Joanne been saying for the past 5 episodes? It's right there. We can love ourselves. We need to love ourselves first. When we cannot love ourselves, it becomes easier for us to love other people. When we love ourselves, we don't hurt ourselves. We don't hurt other people. We let go of all prejudices and beliefs about one group or another not being good enough. When we realize how incredibly beautiful we are, all we have the answer to is world peace, a world where it's safe for us to love each other. You know, I think the biggest thing that I really focus on, or that I had to learn to focus on, and I stopped myself too because I'm human just like everybody else, is the critic, being critical. And I see some of these Facebook pages, posts, and somebody just rips the living heck out of a person in such a judgmental way. And I go, how do they look at themselves? How do they live with themselves thinking like that? All right, number 6, the life trade. I, I'm going to constantly revisit this because this is not what they don't teach you this in school. They don't. And when we're learning to retool ourselves, like we have been over the weeks together, and that's of course, my mission is to teach it and to share it, and to, of course, for me to practice what I preach too. So trade your fears for courage. Trade your regrets for lessons learned. What a difference that makes, instead of us wallowing in could have, would have, should have. Let's take the other road to saying, oh, thank you, God. I learned that lesson. Thank you for showing that to me. It was painful, or it hurts, or I see the light now. Lesson learned. Okay. Trade your worries for surrender. And I take that as being, I give it to God because I don't know anybody that has more power than God, you know. So in weeks to come, I'm going to show you a few things that I have learned over the ways, and we're going to talk about the God box. Uh, so trade your doubts for trust. Now, trust is an earned thing. Remember, I've said that before. Trade your sorrows for joy. Yes, we can go through a sorrowful time or a sorrowful event or a sorrowful uh, occasion. But in the end all be all, there's a lesson to be learned some way, somehow within ourselves, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's to experience uh, that sadness or that sorrow. But there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. That's how you have to look at it. Your anger for compassion. I love that one. And without even realizing it, you will have traded your misery for happiness. My grandma used to say, misery loves company. She has some really good sayings. And water seeks its own level. She used to say that all the time. So who are you hanging with? Or what are you listening to? Or are you into the complainers? I can't get off of some sites quick enough if they're really negative or they're just looking with gloom and doom. I can't do that. All right. Next, Tiffany, please. I brought this back up because we're going to constantly revisit this because we get boo boos. We all have boo boos at some point in our life, whether it's to somebody we care about, whether it's our parents, whether it's our friends, whether it's our neighbors, whether it's coworkers, whether it's a boss or whatever, a mate, your children. Life can kick you around sometimes and it scares you and it beats you up, but there is a day when you realize that you're just not a survivor. I love this. I'm a warrior. I am a warrior. You're tougher than anything anything that throws your way, and you are. And you are. I had that experience in the emergency room. It was I don't want to get into semantics, but I'm telling you right now, my little warrior was fully present as I had to defend this little old lady by myself. So, to thy own self be true. Mark that down somewhere because they don't teach you that. They go, oh, be kind, be nice, teach you, share your toys, give it. Don't ask for too much. That's ridiculous. You're God's perfect child. You deserve the highest, the finest, and the best. And thank you, God, for the beautiful teachers I had. All right, next, Tiffany. Oh, I love this one. And we're going to constantly revisit some of these that are my favorites. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Remember what I said about the critic or the warden that lives in between your ears. And if you're not working on not trying, forget the word trying doesn't exist. If you're not dismantling the critic and the warden in between your ears, you're sacrificing your joy and happiness. And nobody elected you to be the judge and jury of you or anybody else. Nothing limits you except your fears, and nothing controls you except your beliefs. That's your inner voice. Nothing. All right, Stephanie, please. I don't know if you all have got your own copy, but we will be studying the magic path of intuition because this is her last book. This was a miracle how this was found by Louise Hay. It was found in an attic. And these people, or I don't know if it was a company or people, I can't remember at this moment, wrote to Louise Hay and said, we think you might be interested in this since you have mentioned Florence Scovel Shinn over the years. And this manuscript was found. And we want to know if you want to purchase it. Of course, she did. And it's beautifully done. Same thing as with Heart Thoughts. Okay. So that's very good. Tiffany, did we have the one where it says I rise above all limitations yet? I'll read it if we don't have it. Okay. I rise above all limitations. And I think this goes along with this. If we use our visual of our problems, our worries, our concerns, and label the buttons, Down here is where the problem exists, but up here is where God exists and miracles happen. That's, and it does work. Um, so I rise above all limitations. Each experience is a stepping stone in life, including so called, I love this, mistakes. Love yourself for all your mistakes. Absolutely. You are not to be a martyr here and be kicking yourself in the tushy. No, no. They have been very valuable to you. They have taught you many things. It is the way you learn. Absolutely. Be willing to stop punishing yourself for your mistakes. Love yourself for your willingness to learn and grow. I absolutely love that idea. Okay. Now, if anybody has any questions, or if we're going to, I wanted to tell you a little bit about today. Today is February 12th, which makes it a 14-5 day, which is karmic. It's a karmic number. So it can be, what I like to think about it is kind of like it vibrates, and it could be explosive, or it could be something that just, you kind of got to be ready for the next curve. And that's what today is. But also, destiny wise, it comes with the seven energy, which is reflection, figuring it out, weighing good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, what's the right thing to do. So it's all about justice too. Today's a day of justice. So if we have questions coming up here, or you want a little bit of a reading, because I do have my cards here too. And let me, I want to get my spirit animal cards. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. I have almost a whole bookcase here. All righty. We got anybody in line here, Tiffany? Okay. All righty, let's see what we got here. The first card. I love this because a lot of people are going through this scenario right now. And I love that we have abundance. And when I get into the vibration of abundance, it's our expectations. What do you expect? Do you expect things to grow or to be solved or to get the right answers? Um, that unexpected credit. Um, or like today, um, I went through, hi Richard, I went through the mail order prescription thing, which was a prescription for $208 for one that's taken regularly, and talked to the girl, and she said, no, all you need to do is have your doctor write it for that particular drug, but at a generic price. I said, sounds good to me. From $208 to $20. Okay. I call that thank you for the abundance today. So this is the bison. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness and teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Do you see how this all fits with what we're studying? How we're growing and learning to love ourselves and looking for the good? Absolutely. All right, Richard, let me get you a card here. Oh, let's see what we're going to get here. Got to shuffle these. Oh, I love this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And this is about protection. You're the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Preserve, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Use this idea of how to change the different things that are on your mind, in your heart, and see how that works as you change the button to a positive outcome. Like let's say if it's sadness about something, we'll change it to happiness. Um, Guilt to not feeling guilty. Okay. You have to do something wrong in order to feel guilty. You haven't murdered or robbed a bank. Let's get off the cross. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? Jill and Roy. All right. Jill, this doesn't surprise me that you got this card, especially that I know your numbers. And this is the goose innovation. But it's saying that you're a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. When it says traveler, I really mean that sometimes, how you'll be just driving the car and you'll be inspired. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop here, just impromptu or whatever. Always follow that inner guidance you've got, Jill, because it's certainly in your chart. But your soul knows the way. There's, even if it's an impromptu thing, your soul knows the way. There's a reason. Be confident you will achieve your destination and what you're setting out to do. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you're blessed. Let yourself fly. That's a good one. All right, let's do Roy. Oh, this does not surprise me. Of course, that I did Roy's chart. This is the wolf, and he's the pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You're the teacher. Help others find their way. I know that's in your chart too. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. I know that's true. I know that's true, Roy. And Julia. Let's see. Let me put these back here so we can have a full deck. Let me mix these up. I just love these cards. They're so beautiful. And they're inspiring too. Okay, Julia. Power. Power. I am indestructible. I love it. I needed this 2 weeks ago. Um, I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and I go where it leads. It's true. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up and I will succeed. Put that on your refrigerator. I will succeed. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? I'll be happy to answer those too. Patty. Hey, Patty. All right. Let me shuffle these up again. Oh, well, Patty, you got the frog, which is prosperity. Wow, that's great. Let go of the past and embrace the change. Yeah. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop in this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune awaits you. Awesome. I would venture to say the next 3 months are going to be really good for you. You have to keep your eyes open and set your goals because I want you to look at this. This kind of spoke to me. Look at how they're looking in three different directions here. So be aware. Look at all your options. Okie dokie. Oh, Ruth. That's a pleasure to always see you. One of my favorites, Ruth. It doesn't surprise me you got this card. Not in the least. The dragonfly, which is magic. That is you, kiddo. And it's always because, when I watch your shows or whatever, it's always kind of some inspiring or something. It could be a word, a sentence, of whatever you're talking about. It just kind of resonates for me. I embrace my transformation because we're all in that situation right now. Our world is transforming. Um, I courageously let go of my past, and the magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. Blessed, blessed, and blessed. There you go, Ruth. Melissa. Let me mix these up for Melissa. And I'm going to get in touch with you, Melissa. I got your email, honey. Okay, so. Ooh, that doesn't surprise me at all about you. You got the black bear, which is the guardian. You know, I think you have a guardian angel on your shoulder, but I also feel that you're the guardian a lot with the work that you do and your family, especially, too. Gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. I know that you do that. Awaken my intuition to guide me. I know you do that too. This is a great card of confirmation for you too. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Now we got Robin. And I encourage everybody to either email me or if you got a question on some of the things that we're talking about. I will, if we get caught up here with some messages or whatever, I will go back and just pick out something on her thoughts and share with you too. Because this is all about you and this is all about you learning and growing and expanding your thought process. Well, look at this. If abundance is you're worried about, you're good, it's coming. Because I feel like the next 3 months, could be 3 days, 3 weeks, but max 3 months. The sacred buffalo is cloaked in the wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. And, I don't know what part of the country you're in, though, but I know people have gone through some frigid stuff, some frigid temperatures. Fill my life with goodness. Yes. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. It's important when you get up every day to do a gratitude prayer. Oh, thank you, God. I woke up today. Thank you for the day before me. Teach me, show me. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to grow. So you've got the abundance card here. Laura says she has a question. Joanne, can you discuss the meaning of the number 8? Absolutely. The number 8 is, you should even draw the number 8 and put it on your refrigerator, put it in your wallet. It's not only just abundance, but when I see 8s in charts, those are people that are leaders. Those are people that give a leg up to others, you know. Um, those are the people that are innovators or that they will make possible changes where chaos could be. You want somebody with 8 energy in their charts uh, to go in there and cohesively get the get the problem and the people on the same path. They're also very successful people. They're innovators. They come up with some really good ideas. It's a business number as well. The number 8, and I used to. It's also if you turn an 8 on its side. I don't have anything here, but if you turn an 8 on its side like this, what is that? Infinity. Put it in your wallet. See what happens. And now I know everybody's got their phone and their cards and their whatever. I don't care. It's call it symbolism, call it whatever you want. Um, it, it it works. And you know what else works? Gratitude and thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for the next breath. Thank you for the showing me. Thank you for my family. Thank you for the car that sits in the driveway. Thank you for the gas that fills the car. It's it's the little things that make the big things. Think about if you had a car and no gas. That would be a problem. Oh, thanks, Ruth. Oh, I love you too. I do. And we have such a great group. I'm very blessed. Very blessed. Oh, let's see what that one. That one flew out, Carol Ann. That's got to be yours, kid. I mean, that just jumped on the floor. You're going to die laughing because Carol Ann and I have a thing. You got the cougar. Ah, you got the cougar, Carol Ann, but it's assertive. Um, in silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. That's the truth. You do know where to go, and that's the truth. And you have the courage and confidence to succeed. That is absolutely true about you. Absolutely. In the silence, you find power. I know that that's what you do with your work. Oh, thank you, Jill and Roy. I appreciate that. I love these cards too. Um, they resonate to me, and I really think that they have some really good energy. I have so many decks of cards that I'll share with you over the weeks and months, whatever. I'll go into my treasure trove. I don't know. I must have 20 decks of cards. Um, but we'll go through those and give you some messages. But I thank each and every one of you of being here. Samir, let's see what we got for you. Caroline didn't say anything about her cougar. I know Tiffany's laughing. Well, what's this? Ah, oh boy, Samira. I this flipped out, and I know that this is true. You got the elephant, which is greatness. Absolutely greatness. I love it. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. Remember, what's inside here, don't let that control you. No negative, no negative thoughts. And let's arrest the warden. Okay? You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Ah, Daddy, great question. What it means to love yourself. Well, I'm going to challenge you, Patty. I'm going to challenge you from today to next week when we meet. And I want you to consciously write or jot it down on what your inside voice is saying, because what it means to love yourself. You weren't taught that, were you? Mm-mm. Nope. You were taught, don't touch that, don't look that way, don't say that, be nice, share your toys. Have I got that right? So where does that lead to loving yourself? Oh, don't say that, you'll embarrass them. Oh, don't do that. So let's sacrifice your little self to the benefit of everyone else, and then you get minimized. Is that correct? So looking in the mirror and learning to love yourself is how you heal yourself, because they don't teach you that in school. And I would love to teach children that. You know, when I used to do motivational talks, and I would give an example, of how it affects us. We have little Jimmy that created a masterpiece on his mother's wall. And boy, he got in big trouble. Jimmy, what did you do? That's really bad. You're a bad boy. You're going to be punished. So Jimmy goes to school, preschool. All right, boys and girls, we're going to have so much fun today. We're going to color. Ah, you know what's going on in Jimmy's little inside voice? I'm not good. I'm bad. I can't do it. I'm no good. That's why I'm telling you, Patty, listen to that inside voice. Thank you, Samir. I appreciate that. Laura, wonderful. Does that make sense, Patty? You have to be aware of the critic, the judge and jury that's in between both of your ears. Is it kind to you? Does it love you? Wasn't taught to. So Jimmy could have been a master artist or been very creative and designed things. But he's already got that voice inside. He's no good. Oh, geez, that's terrible. You're in big trouble, buddy. You just ruined my wall. You destroyed it. So he's got that imprinted. How does he move forward with that? Right? Of course, Miss Tiffany. I will be happy to pull a card for you. So did you all understand that about Patty, especially about the little Jimmy story and how we process things? Does that make sense? When you say, can I define what love is, but how we process it? Well, look at this, Tiffany. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that fell out of the deck. So we'll see what this says. You know, there's no mistakes when we do readings like this. If they fell out, they fell out for a reason because the message is too important. So let's see what we got. Tiffany, this fits you to a T. The keeper of the secrets, but you share them so beautifully. I've learned a lot from you too. So let's see what it says here. Take time from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive when you trust your knowing. You see other secrets and keep them sacred. That's true. And that's what a true professional does. And I've been reading 45 years. I would never share what I do in a reading with someone else unless it was an example without inferring that person. Because it's a learning thing for me too. So you see other secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you find your strength. Okay. The next one, I love this because this is you, the busy bee. You are the busiest person I know with the most beautiful heart and smile on one's face. So let's see what the bee says. That's community, which you do with all of us. Tiff. The bee thing is I love this because we are a community with the women that we have in our channel and all the beautiful work that they do. We're all in synergy when you really think about it. So you're a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. This is your card, kid. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Da, 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 da. Look at that. Miss Tiffany, let's see what else you got. Well, you know, this is me. We got the lion here. Higher calling. That's true about you too. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past. Reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make notable choices for your life and your trade and your tribe. And your tribe. Look at that. Okay. No, these all fell out, Tiff, so these are all yours. I can't. There's no getting away from it. Okay. The squirrel. And you know, this is true about you. The squirrel is always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. I could say here, here. That's true. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. That is a fact. Okay, next. Well, I love this card, and my daughter loves this card too. Hummingbirds, which are miracles. So expect one. You are the joy bringer. That's the truth. Just just your hello makes me happy. You're the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. That's good. And last but not least, you have the raven, which is the shaman. And you are, because if people really know you and listen to your shows, they'll know that this is true. You're the creator and magician. Use the gift for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the element spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of the mysteries. Oh, great. I'm telling you, Tiffany, I couldn't believe it. I think five flew out. It was like unbelievable. Unbelievable. These guys have so much energy today. I'm telling you, they just flew off the table. I've got a whole bunch on the floor here. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. Does anybody have any other questions? Because the first part of this is to really work on the messages from heart thoughts. That's what's going to help you heal, inspire. You know, right now our world is going through a lot of frequency changes. It's like kind of like the radio. You know, you got to tune into the right frequency. And so now our world is going through. I don't know if anybody has looked at or heard about the Schumann resonance. It's kind of like Mother Earth of how it's vibrating and going through these changes. So look at what's going on around the world: earthquakes and floods and snow and all kinds of stuff. So uh, we're going through changes, and we have to be flexible, and we have to want to learn and grow, and be positive. Okay. So everybody got a message. I hope you're going to do your homework this week. I hope you're going to start listening to how you're talking to yourself, which is a biggie, because the way to healing and the way to growing, if you think that you're inspired now or you've worked on spirituality over the years, but if you haven't worked from the inside out, you're missing the big picture. Okay? Because remember what I said to you a few weeks ago. We have to work on your subconscious mind, and then I'm going to sign off. But your subconscious mind is here, and then we have our conscious mind, and up here we have superconscious. This is where your miracles, your ideas, and all that kind of stuff comes from. But down here, your subconscious mind is a recorder. It's your I don't know, VCR. I don't know what to call them anymore. DVD, whatever, over here. It knows everything and records everything that's ever happened in your life. And when it's good, bad, or indifferent, it comes up to the conscious mind, is where you get into the either negativity or feeling like the victim or whatever. This is important to learn how to do that. But if you don't love yourself, guess what? You're always in conflict. And we can keep talking about that too. So you're welcome to email me. I'd love to hear from you. Um, And I do a Melissa. I think I will do Melissa's chart. Well, I will get a hold of her to see if she wants to do it on alone or if she wants to do it on the channel. But I enjoy being with you every week. I hope that I shared some really good stuff for you to work on, because it ultimately, I'm just here to be your cheerleader and your teacher, you know, and to inspire you. I've mentored a lot of people in my life. It's very rewarding because it's really selfish to keep the knowledge to yourself. Okay, so email me if you have a question. I can address it next week, or I can answer you back, or whatever. Tiffany and I did talk about I might do a Dear Joanne chapter, so about problems and things. We'll see how about that. We'll have more little Jimmy stories. So thank you, everybody. Love ya.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.